we're going to look at the NFL markets here and NFL MVP as well. And we know, look, even going chalk here, you can make 5 times your money. If you want to go Lamar Jackson because he got robbed last year and you think he's going to stay healthy this year, and when he stays healthy, they win 12 games and he does outrageous things. I get it. But we're looking for a little bit more of a value play here. We'll let you get it started. EK, you've looked at these markets. Which stands out to you?
All right, I'm going to basically do this like I'm an attorney talking to like the jury, and I'm making my sort of closing argument here, all right? Look, you asked for a long shot that's going to take a long time. If we had a draft for who's going to win the NFL MVP, I'd probably take Joe Burrow first this year just because of the offensive weapons, the upside, the stats. He's got the best chance to have crazy, crazy stats.
Yep.
But I'm going to go deep undercover here. How about 75 to 1? 75 to 1. Not 5 to 1, not 6 to 1, 75 to 1. And this guy, in the second half of the year last year, his last 8 games, had 21 touchdown passes. That's more than 2.5 a game. His median yards per game passing, 270, and his completion percentage median was 75%. If he does what he did for the second half of the year over a full season, he has 43 touchdown passes, 4,700 passing yards, 75 completion percentage, and he was a rookie last year, and he's getting better and ascending. And he did it for a half a year, and he's 75 to 1. And oh, by the way, he's on a team that very well could be an easy playoff team again, and he's got a great coach. It's Bo Nix, who I love coming out of college. Right? Everybody's talking about the kid from your area, and I know why they are, and they should be. But what if he sophomore slumps?
Yeah.
And what if Nix actually gets better? I mean, it seemed like he was learning on the job.
Absolutely.
There wasn't anybody who had better stats in the second half than Nix.
I rode Bo Nix over like 1.5 touchdown passes the entire second half of last year, and they were giving you great value on it. And it seemed like Sean Payton was taking personal satisfaction in this kid throwing at least 2 touchdown passes a game. I like it. Ben, any thoughts on Bo Nix, and where are you going in this market?
I'm going to go with another second-year guy, and I'm with EK in terms of Joe Burrow. I think the Bengals make the playoffs. Burrow does what we all expect him to and stays healthy. He's probably going to be the front runner. And with NFL MVP, it's rare that we see the long shot win. Like Lamar Jackson 2019, coming off his rookie year, he explodes and wins it. But if you look in recent years, the 2 Aaron Rodgers years, Mahomes, all these types of guys, it's Josh Allen. You know where it kind of goes. But I do have 2 that I'm looking at slightly. Caleb Williams to win the MVP at plus 3,100. We've seen glimpses of what he can do. He hasn't shown it yet. He needs to improve, but Chicago got better on the offensive line. They signed Joe Thuney to the big deal after trading for him. Dalman's the new center. Jonah Jackson's healthy. Ben Johnson's a great offensive mind. And if we can get Caleb Williams playing as some expected him to and how everybody expected him to coming into the draft, his name will be in that MVP race. Through just 1 interception in his last 11 games last year, we know he's going to run. He only ran for like 500 yards last year. I think he can get up 750, closer to 1,000. That would be big for him. So him at 3,100, and then Dak at 4,000. Adding George Pickens, we know what that can do to a locker room, and it's not great there. But he can stretch the field, and he can make plays. If everything goes right, him and CeeDee Lamb is the 1-2. Why not take a chance at plus 4,000? They need to get back to the playoffs. Booker in the draft is huge help to them on the interior of the offensive line. The division's gotten harder, but this team is not incapable of making the playoffs. If Dak stays healthy, he will be in the race. Because even in games they lose, we know Dak will go out and throw for 500 yards. It's his favorite thing to do. So at plus 4,000, I would take a chance on those. But again, back to the main point, I'm with EK. I think Joe Burrow is my pick right now.
Yeah, I mean, Dak was the guy who really finished second to Lamar in the final odds 2 years ago after Purdy got emasculated by the Ravens defense on that Monday night game, right? And then he fell off, and then it was Lamar basically, but Dak was the second favorite at that time. I'm going to go Jordan Love here. I have a Jordan Love fetish. I would not go big here. I would not get the Husky Gigi involved. I wouldn't even get our guy Meatball involved. But Choppy, our 15-year-old pug mix, I sprinkle a little bit on Jordan Love at 25 to 1. You go back 2 years ago when he was fully healthy. He and Matt Stafford were tied for the most touchdown passes in the second half of that year. He played a bunch of playoff games on the road in which he was probably the best football player in those games. It's a young ascending team with a great head coach who understands how to navigate a quarterback through the season. Not everybody has that. His second year with Jacobs, he's established there. They drafted all these receivers. He'll click with some of them. I believe in this kid, and I don't believe this kid was ever healthy last year. I think they could run him a little more than they have, and maybe the injuries last year mitigate some of that. But I think the Packers are going to win that division. I don't think Jordan Love flinches that much. He doesn't have to play the first game in Brazil this year on soft turf that no NFL team should be playing on. And for 25-1, given what I've seen from him when the stakes are the highest, I buy that this kid could ball out.